What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we have a Bad Batch theory here. So without a further ado, let's just jump right on into it. Not only is this one of my theories and suspicions as of what we're possibly hopefully going to see here by the end of Season 1 of the Bad Batch, but also hopefully a Season 2, Season 3, and etc., and so on and so on. Now, my theory and my hope here really is to have Captain Howzer, one of the most beloved clones out there as of right now, only being in about 2 or 3 episodes now, and that would be him actually joining the Bad Batch, and that would be going full on, getting the Bad Batch armor with that dark, sleek, dark red and that dark black color there on his armor. For one thing, I think would be really awesome, but to really see him join the Bad Batch, I think in like a whole separate mission, I think would be something really awesome. Now, of course, we've seen lots of action here with Captain Howzer, but we haven't necessarily really seen him work with the Bad Batch all that much. We've only seen one interaction between these clones. Now, that being said, seeing that in the previous episode of the Bad Batch, Captain Howzer, of course, stood up and started a little bit of a clone rebellion there. That is a theory we've had here on the channel for such a long time, ever since episode 1 of the Bad Batch. And one thing I do think will happen is we'll see the Bad Batch go back to Ryloth to not only free Captain Howzer, but also free these other clones and really start a clone rebellion. Now, whether this is clones fighting clones, or if it's clones fighting the Empire, that would be kind of considered Crosshair's kind of squadron there, I guess. That there, for one thing, is definitely something I think we could really see. But then I think after maybe the whole events there of going back to Ryloth and freeing Captain Howzer and the other clones there, I think that they're all going to go to Kamino to really begin a real uprising here and really stand up and stand out and really start a clone rebellion there taking place on Kamino. And then this would so on and so forth go out all over the entire galaxy wherever these clones are. Now, I've heard this kind of cool theory and kind of suspicion here, but kind of much like Order 66 with kind of to order all these clones to kind of betray the Jedi and kind of the Republic in a way almost. It would kind of be kind of neat to kind of see the Bad Batch go back to Kamino and kind of order a different order, and that would be Order 99, seeing that they are Clone Force at 99. Now, however, with that, I think that there's going to be some sort of cost at that. In the previous episodes of the Bad Batch, we have seen some sort of tensions there between Captain Howzer and Crosshair there himself. And while I really hate to kind of put it this way, but I feel like Captain Howzer is going to have to do some sort of sacrifice in order to save the Bad Batch, as he really does build up some sort of relationship there with this team and really kind of starts to really join them in a way. I think that he overall will have to take a hit and take some sort of sacrifice there for his fellow brothers, the Bad Batch, and probably get killed by Crosshair. I just feel like that's kind of coming. Now, to kind of add on to that whole Kamino phase there, I feel like not only all of the clones would have some sort of uprising over on Kamino, but I feel like with this different order, maybe the Bad Batch that they send out being Order 99, I think would be kind of cool, seeing that they are Task Force 99, like I had mentioned before. I feel like all of the clones, I guess galaxy-wide, universe-wide, would all retreat back to their homeworld of Kamino to cause some sort of uprising, and this is because I feel like a clone uprising just isn't necessarily something talked about in the later movies of Star Wars overall, whether that's the original trilogy, the sequels, and even the Star Wars shows like The Mandalorian, or for this instance more specifically Star Wars Rebels. There's just no mention of a clone uprising that takes place really universe-wide and galaxy-wide, because if that was the case, I think that would be a more talked about thing, of course, in the Star Wars universe. And of course, it's always arguably the whole idea of just they didn't know it was going to happen. It just wasn't planned out that way really from the beginning. And yes, I do think that is a total plausible, I guess, type of idea to throw out there as well. It just wasn't exactly out there to begin with, but then you take a look at the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope, and the whole mention of the Clone Wars and seeing how that spiraled off not only to the prequel trilogy, but also a 7-season show. Now, almost like a little bit of a side theory here before we kind of go back onto the main theory here. I feel like Howzer could end up killing General Rampart. I just feel like there's some sort of tension between these two, and I feel like that could very well be the case. It's just an idea, it's just something I want to throw out there real quick. And of course, I might talk about that in a separate video later on, so do be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Now, kind of back here onto this main theory here of the whole overall clone uprising there, I feel like it would be kind of a more low-key thing almost, just taking place on the one planet of Kamino. And of course, while all these clones go crazy pretty much, I feel like that a few familiar faces could also reappear in the actual show here. Of course, that would have to be Wolf, Gregor, and Rex. I mean, I feel like it would only make sense to have Rex reappear here by the end of season 1 at least, because of his whole episode there that he did have here in the Bad Batch, and having Wrecker and all the rest of the Bad Batch's inhibitor chips all removed. It kind of almost set up as if he was going to reappear and reconvene almost with the Bad Batch, saying, you know where to call me if you need me. So really, in a sense here, to kind of wrap up overall what this theory video was exactly about, I really do think that we're going to see Captain Howzer go on to join the Bad Batch and have some sort of clone uprising that takes more place on Kamino as a more low-key type of thing. That there also might be something I might cover in a whole separate video, as it's just a more complex type of thing. As well as, I think, maybe Howzer being the one that's going to take down General Rampart, and the whole idea there of Crosshair versus Howzer. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this theory? Do you think it's plausible? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think there's going to be multiple seasons of the Bad Batch? Let me know all down in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as it really does help the channel, and check out our Instagram on Official Star Wars for more Star Wars related content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when new videos come out. Guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. May the Force be with you always, and peace out.